Hello, Tiger Rock. This is Bryce Bicknell. We're here to discuss our Tiger Cub testing. So our lessons are all digital. Our testings are going to be all digital as well. Tiger Cubs, here's your testing. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is you need to have a Dropbox account set up. There's a free Dropbox. All you do is download the app. It allows you to upload videos and pictures, and then to a file. And then once you've done that, you can go ahead and add somebody else to that file by entering their email address. This is how we're going to hold our testing this cycle. Okay, so create that Dropbox, create a file for us, tag us in it. You're going to shoot a video of the students performing their testing. Okay, the very first thing we're going to start off with is our Tiger Cub promise. So the Tiger Cub promise goes: I promise to use Taekwondo in class and to escape from strangers. I will not use Taekwondo to cause trouble. At the end of that, they're going to go into their successful seven. Their successful seven is a phrase that we teach to each one of the different ranks in our Tiger Cub program. So the very first one is listen. Okay, the first thing that you're going to say is, what does it mean to listen? The student should reply with the 3 rules of focus. Focus my eyes, focus my mind, focus my whole body, sir. Okay. The second one is obey. What does it mean to obey? So just simply ask them, what does it mean to obey? And they reply with the right-of-way rule. Mom's way, dad's way, teacher's way, right-of-way, sir. The third one is learn. What does it mean to learn? It means to, when I listen, or when I look at you, I learn twice as much. Okay, that's the phrase that we teach them. The next one is share. Okay, if you're a blue stripe, yours is share. So what does it mean to share? Sharing means my turn, your turn, take turns. Okay? If you're a brown stripe, what is patience? Patience is waiting, listening, and understanding. Okay? So simply ask them, what does it mean to have patience? Waiting, listening, and understanding. At red stripe, the next one is attitude. We talk about having a positive attitude in class, and the phrase they need to be able to say is, I think I can, I know I can, I will. And that demonstrates a positive attitude. As a black stripe, we talk about courage. The phrase they need to be able to say is, I am strong, I am brave, I have courage. Okay, so that's their successful 7. So if they're a white belt, they do listen. Yellow stripe does obey. Green stripe does learn. Blue stripe does share. Brown stripe does patience. Red stripe does attitude. And black stripe does courage. Okay. So for the next portion of the test is going to be their Taekwondo and their physical abilities. Okay, if you have a handheld target, most students should have a handheld target. If you don't, that's okay. The students can just perform to the air. Okay, but we have a handheld target here, and what we're going to start off with is high blocks. So the students are going to start with a high block above their head here. You're going to take the handheld target. Make sure you're striking with the soft, flat side here. You're going to come up and down, and they're going to block with a high block, switching their hands. What we want to see is make sure they get their hand pulled back and the blocking arm is above their head here. Okay, so that was 1. We'll do 9 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a little fun with them. You can kind of speed up, slow down, give them a little bit of a challenge there. Okay, the next one we're going to do is low blocks. So we've demonstrated high blocks, we'll demonstrate low blocks. We're going to have one leg in front, or you can start from a neutral position is fine too. The blocking arm crosses on top. That's one of the things that we look at, make sure that they're doing that. The arm that's blocking swings down and meets the attack to the side here. Okay, so as the striker, you're aiming for their hip, and they're aiming to stop it before it gets there. So that's 2. We'll do 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and then you do the other side. 5 on the other side. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, that was our blocking segment. We'll do some attacks. We're going to keep it nice and simple this time. Front kicks for everybody. Okay. If you're a higher belt, higher color stripe, we want to make sure that you are demonstrating everything as close to perfect as we can. Okay. So sparring stance for me, sir. All right. We're going to take our back leg. One of the first things that we look at is the chamber. The chamber position is knee is up and at least belt high. The higher the knee, the higher the kick can go, the better, okay? So you can put it down. So that's the first thing we look for. The second thing we look for is where are your hands? Are your hands in guard? Okay, so make sure that we have those two things covered. After that, the third thing is we're going to strike with the ball of our foot, that section right behind your toes. Okay, so each time I count, we'll do 5 front kicks. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. And then we would do the other side. So we want to see 5 front kicks on both sides. The next thing we're going to do is palm smashes. Again, this is a technique that students learn pretty early on. Higher ranking students need to make sure we have a couple extra things going on in this. Okay, sparring stance for me. All right, so your hand needs to start in by your shoulder. So take that hand and pull it into your shoulder. And then we're going to push in a straight line. What I don't want to see is a hand coming around in a circular motion. It comes from your shoulder and forward. Okay? The second thing that we're going to look for is whether or not they turn their back foot and their body. The hip has to rotate. Okay? So the palm smash goes through. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Excellent. Okay, so now we've demonstrated a couple attacks. We're going to demonstrate a stance and how to use that stance. So the next one is a sitting stance. Mr. Glasgow, if you'll stand right here and face that way for me.
Yes, sir.
Getting a big sitting stance for me. Excellent. So here's the things that we look for in our sitting stance. Your toes have to point straight to the front. Your knees are bent. And your shoulders are directly over your hips. From there, we're going to make our hand into a fist. Okay, and I'm going to get close for this one so you guys can see the motions. The first thing we're going to do is have our hand out to the side like this, our fingers out. We're going to push them together, and then they roll down until they can't roll in anymore. Then we're going to take that thumb, and it goes underneath those 2 fingers. Okay, we tell our students that your thumb is finger glue. Okay, you have to touch 2 fingers with it. We don't want to put it inside of our fist like this. That's bad. All right, it doesn't go on the side and wrap around the front like this. It needs to be on the bottom. Okay, so they need to make your hand into a fist. And then we're going to do 5 punches. Turn face me, sir.
Yes, sir.
5 punches. We're going to look for retraction hand and how fast we're punching. This is your speed section. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent job. Feet together.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then we'll do some balance and coordination drills, okay? So the next one is going to be balancing on one leg. So you're going to pick one side, and we're going to try to balance on it for 5 seconds. Your goal is to have your knee up in that chamber position for your front kick, at least belt level. At least belt level. The higher you can go, the better. All right, that's 5 seconds. Down. Let's do the other side. Pick it up, balance. A little hopping is okay, not a problem. What we don't want to do is we don't want to fall over like that, all right? So try to eliminate the wiggles. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is some tuck jumps. All right, so we're going to bend and jump and tuck both of those knees up. You can kind of say it's like a chamber for a front kick with both feet at the same time. If he were to extend his leg from there, he would be doing 2 front kicks. Okay, so one more tuck jump. Ready, go. And go. And go. And go. Excellent job. Okay, so now we're going to have a little bit of fun. We want this to be a good experience and fun for everybody. All right, parents, this is your chance. If you have a handheld target, we're going to make them do some duck jump move. All right, we want to see them do some duck jump move. So you're going to take the target. They're going to face you. You're going to have the target so where you can hit them in the head. You're going to swing it, and you're going to say duck. When you say duck, they bend their knees. Ready, duck? He's excited about this. Then I'm going to swing at his feet, and he's going to do a tuck jump just like we just practiced. Tuck. Excellent. And then I'm going to try to hit him on the top of the head, and he's got to move one way or the other. Move! Boom, just like that, all right? And you can go through 3 or 4 or 5 or 100 times, however much energy they have. All right. Okay, and that's going to end our Tiger Cub testing. Okay. Again, it shouldn't take too terribly long. Create a video for it. We'll get you more information about submitting that into Dropbox at a later time. But that's our Tiger Cub testing. Thank you guys for watching.